So let's go to Brad over in the great state of Missouri. Hi, Brad. How are you?
I'm doing well, Dr. Joe.
How may I help you
I'm
today, my
calling
friend?
because, well, my wife, she was 20. I was 25 when we met. I'm going on 36 now. We got married over 5 years ago, going on 6 in August.
Hmm.
In September, she left me. She stayed at her parents' house, and we were on and off trying to make it work. She talked about coming back home. I had
Hmm.
known that she had been with a couple guys since then. As a matter of fact, the day after, like the 4 or 5 days after she had decided to leave, her mom was saying, "Hey, well, I'll pay for counseling if you're into it." And we were both on board. Then later that day, I found out that she was texting another man the entire time.
Hmm.
During that conversation, while we were sitting on the couch, and it was, personal stuff. Oh, you're a lace type of girl, things like that. It was getting
Hmm.
sexual. And she went outside. And I was like, you keep texting. I feel like you're talking to somebody. She was real defensive. So she went outside. I got on her phone. The only time in 10 years I ever got on her phone, and it was right there. It was the text. I didn't have to get into her text. It was just on the screen. And I brought her phone to her, and I said, "Get out." And she started crying and everything. And we had continued to try and work on it. We argue, and that's the bad thing. We do argue,
Hmm.
but I love her unconditionally. And she had talked about moving back in several times, and then we started to go to, and we were still trying to have a child. We've always wanted a child,
Hmm.
and she said I'd be a great dad and everything. And then in February, she found out she had her period. She was bawling. The next day, later that night, we got into an argument. She said she was going to download a dating app,
Hmm.
and she ended up coming home that night and sleeping with me. And her mom texted us saying, there's got to be 3 people in a marriage. God has to be there for it to work. And we had planned on going to marriage counseling that day. We did. She started talking. She opened up. I let her speak. I didn't speak on behalf of us. She said that, we're in trouble. And, part of it that she believed was because we stopped going to church. I thought it was great. Then she was going to a work trip the following day for a week.
Hmm.
Well, we had homework assignments. We did like the first couple questions the
Yeah.
first night, the second night.
Hmm.
The third night, she said, "Yeah, we can do them." And, I read the question, and then I was just like, "I feel like you don't want to do this.
Okay.
I feel like you're talking to other men." And she got quiet. We were on FaceTime,
Hmm.
and she turned the phone away, silence for about 4 minutes. And I said, "Yes or no?" She said, "Yes," and then hung up. I couldn't get in contact with her again. I tried.
Hmm.
She got back Friday. She said, "I want the divorce." She acted like nothing was wrong. She was all bubbly. "Oh my
Hmm.
gosh, the clothes I ordered her in.
Right.
This is over at her parents' house." And she's texting these other men in front of me. She goes, "This is weird. Can you leave?"
Okay.
Um, so just real. Go ahead.
Well, I'm trying to get kind of a summary here. So she's out of the house because you told her to leave. Is that correct?
Well, she had left, and then for
Well,
a
a few
week
minutes
we were at her
ago,
parents' house, and then she
a few
said,
minutes ago, you said you told her to leave. Did you not?
right, because she was back at our house after we had talked to her mom, saying that, yeah, we do want to do counseling, we want to work on this, and so she was back over at the house that day, and then I found the text and I told her to leave.
Okay. So you told her to
Um,
leave, and now she's interacting with other guys. She's gone through the disappointment of not having the child that she thought she was going to have or hoped that she was going to have. So she's had a loss in her life. And if I follow through the ages, she'd be 30-ish. Is that correct?
she's 30. She's going to be 31 on the 2nd.
Okay.
And
I thought I kept up with it
since
earlier. Hmm.
but since February 20th was the day that she said she wanted the divorce.
Hmm.
She has been on dates. She tells me that, yeah, I mean, people ask me to marry them. I've been on a lot of dates,
Hmm.
blah, 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 blah. Like things,
Hmm.
and it's over. We're done. We're done.
Right.
Move on. I'd be fine if you had another child. I'd be fine if you got married.
Hmm.
Then a month later, I come home and she's at the house, and she said she missed me and everything, and we hooked up, And before that, oh, we shouldn't be doing this. Oh, we shouldn't do this. And then it was, we shouldn't have done that.
Mm-hmm.
We did our taxes the following Monday. Things happened again, but it didn't get as far. She said she felt awkward. And then she was texting this guy, Chris. And
Mm-hmm.
I saw the text, and then I said, remember, that's my brother's name every time you talk to that guy.
So you're trying to
and
guilt
so
her, is that right?
He left.
So you were trying to guilt her with that?
Yeah, I guess I did. When I saw it, I didn't control myself.
Okay.
And she left, and I said, he's probably still on those dating sites, and you're nothing. You're not going to think much of you. You mean everything to me, and then so.
Has she ever said that she felt that you?
Later,
Has she ever said that she feels that you try to control her or dominate her? Has she ever said anything
Yes.
about that? Okay.
Yeah.
Now.
Yes. She said that she felt like I didn't love her.
Mm-hmm. So.
But I've done
Do you
everything
think?
for
Do you
her.
think that you do things that come across as controlling and dominating?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so, if that's the reason that she is going through this vacillation, if that's the reason she's confused, and this and that and the other things kind of confused, is because of the fact that she feels that she's being controlled, which means disrespected. That's another way of saying that. And often then feels also like, if you're trying to be my dad, then you don't love me. If you're trying to tell me what to do, use the guilt against me, throw me out of the house, whatever, then I don't feel loved. I'm not saying that everything she's doing is predicated on what you've done, and obviously, as still married to you and dating other guys, that's just not right. It's the wrong thing to do. But if indeed it's that you're being controlling, that she's running away from, then the only thing that's going to change that could possibly bring her back is not what you change with her, but what you change with you. Meaning, if you can stop being controlling and dominating, and she finally sees that. She might not see it to begin with, but she finally sees that and believes that. The fact that she came back and lets you know that she loves you, and then she runs away again, is basically telling me that the guy inside of you is the guy that she really loves. But what I'm hearing, and I'm just telling you what I'm hearing. What I'm hearing is, but she feels I'm being the lesser person here. I'm being the one that's controlled, and I don't want to live like that. That's what I heard you say. Is that right or wrong?
Yeah, that's pretty much. She said that she felt like I didn't love her, and I love her with all my heart. She was everything to me, and maybe that's part of the problem.
Mm.
But since then, I went out of town, and she had to take care of the dog. So she stayed the night. I got back early. I woke her up, told her that she could go home if she wanted to. I went ahead and got in bed, and then she started making out with me. She said the next day she said she was really drunk, and she kind of pushed me off and kind of stopped things. But we ended up doing it. But then she was like, "Oh, I didn't remember who you were. I thought it was you, but then I thought it was somebody else. I was really drunk." And my thought is, well, you made it home. You took the dogs out. You put your hair up. You texted me telling me you're going to church at 11. 30 minutes later, I get home, and you're too drunk to remember. And she's saying she thought I was somebody else. And I've found out now that she is seeing this guy, Chris, and she's basically living at his house she's staying there every night.
Right.
And she's deleted our wedding photos off her social media. She's starting to like his photos with hearts.
Well, I'm so sorry. I really am.
She's posting things like if women glow differently if they're loved properly and treated better. And
so how can I help? How may I help you today,
her.
Brad? How may I help you? I know there's a question in there. What is it?
Yeah, I'm seeing her today because we're supposed to go over our finances. She wants to split everything up and sell the house and get the divorce. What can I do to maybe not change her mind, but maybe take a second to think about it, because she's really cold now. And she went to take the dogs out the other day. I came home, and the guy is sitting in my driveway in her car. And she was super mad, and she was, "You're a jerk," and all this stuff. She called me something else, but I'm not going to repeat it.
Okay.
But I was just like, yeah.
I don't know that there's any one thing you can do. Like, okay, so you're going to see her today to talk about dividing up things. And if you're saying, okay, what magic words can I say? What magic thing can I do? I don't know of any. Okay, it takes a while to get to where you are. It takes a while to get back. But you may try something like this. You know, I've been thinking, and you've told me that I'm controlling. You told me that I'm dominating. And I've been thinking, and you know, I didn't really realize how my words were coming across, how my actions were coming across, that indeed I was. So can you do me a favor? In whatever conversations we have from this point on, in other words, you don't push her to come back, okay? But say something like, in whatever conversations we have from this point on, will you tell me when you feel I'm being controlling or dominating? And I promise you that if you point it out to me, I won't argue, I won't try to defend myself. I'll say, okay, thank you for that. I may ask a question, help me understand it more. Can you do that? Are you willing to do that, Brad?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely willing, and I push things. I said, well, I know you don't believe that, I'll change, but later on you'll see it, and she's like, it doesn't matter, I'm done.
Yeah, and that's what she feels today.
But every time she makes plans to do this, get stuff together or whatever, she always cancels them and hangs out with this guy always.
Yeah. So
and
I don't know any other.
Like they're together now.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I've got a whole bunch of other callers out there waiting. It has to do with this, Brad, in my opinion. And of course, I just know a little piece of this, and there's always your choice as to what you do. But if indeed the fact that she moves away from you emotionally is because she feels controlled, the only thing you can change is to stop being controlling. And then, if anything,
right,
then that will help her come back towards you. You're working and try to understand the emotions that she feels. I wish I had a better answer for you, my friend, and it won't be a short-term fix, unfortunately. But the fact that she still evidences at times that she still cares and loves about you tells me that this is possible. It can be done. But you'll have to come across as a different person to her than this one that she perceives as being controlling and dominating. Got it?
Never bring up the relationship again. Just be
I wouldn't. I would wait till she does. But hey, you can do whatever you think is best. I'm just giving you my advice, my opinion here, okay?
All right. Thank you, Joe.
Okay, thank you.